something like this, in a case like this, if you could just maybe bring up, like, has there been anything that's coming to light that you're hoping that maybe some of this recollection will help bring up some of those memories? Is that why we're here?
Yeah, we're highlighting the fact that these cases never go cold and we never stop investigating them. We've had 8 years that have passed now. People have matured, grown, and maybe they were, intimidated or afraid to come forward in the past. Maybe they thought we knew information and just assumed that we would figure this out. But we're here to say that these cases don't go cold. We're going to continue to investigate them and revisit them. And as people do get older and mature, maybe they see, okay, you know what, this is important. Maybe they don't know what I do know that I thought they did in the past. And we're really here seeking help from the public and people that were around Colton on the night that he went missing to come forward, and that may have been at the house party that occurred in Abbeydale. Come forward now, and if you haven't spoken to us already, we want to hear from you.
A clearer sense, you talk about potential witnesses at this party,
Mm-hmm.
also generally speaking, potential witnesses.
Right.
Can you give some sense at this point in terms of how well you have a sense in terms of who these witnesses are? Like, do you have a sense of who they will potentially?
Yeah, and there's always the factor of we don't know what we don't know, right? So we have spoken to some people, and we do know some. In some cases, we know that, well, there's other people out there, but they're afraid to come forward. So we might not know everybody that has information. So we're really here to appeal to those people. And it's odd that the police have never come and talked to me about this. Well, we want you to come forward, right? So, if that makes sense.
And I think just for more for the homework side again, can you just talk about, like, from that house party to eventually when
Mm-hmm. Well, we know that he was last seen leaving that house party, which was on July 4th. He was reported missing on July 6th and then discovered on July 26th later. So we're really trying to fill in that gap. We believe that he died shortly after leaving the house party, and there's a gap of information in there, and that's what we want to fulfill.
Anything else?
You can hear me, right?
Yeah, so start with your name and spelling.
My name is Jimmy CROWSHOE, JIMMY CROWSHOE. Like I said, it's been 8 years. I still have some questions that need to be answered. He would have been 25 or 26 this November. But today's day, we still have found the persons who have done that to Colton. It's kind of hard when you first come back, because as things went since it's happened 8 years, I had a lot doing with my 2 older children, Colton's brother, his family. Had a hard time with Jasmine and Wyatt. And to me right now too is we got them out of the city. They're doing a lot better than they were doing before. And I respect, because Jasmine got a job. Wyatt got his tickets. Want to get him a job, do stuff like that. But we see a lot, because we want to know justice for Colton. It gets really frustrating. It hurts. From up here and up here. Get it really. I didn't think this was ever gonna happen, but I just kind of went blank all of a sudden. I talk so much about the family from Brockett and Standoff. They always keep asking me, what about Colton? And there's even people that told me, I don't even know, she was a white lady. She said she wanted to know about me and if I'm Colton's dad. Colton was my son. She told me more that she wants to know more what's going on. So there's other people that want to know more about Colton. There's people all over the United States and up here. They always want to know what's going on with Colton. But I sit back up there, is this that I asked for homicide? I'm trying to hope that one day that we'll get some kind of justice, so we have some kind of closure. And it's a lot that I got to deal with too, along with with my with his aunts and uncles, his family, his parents, his grand. And I come back too. I say a lot too because I say in the last 3-4 months, Colton's mother passed away. It's even harder too for my for Jazz and Wyatt, me and the family and other people that were close to her. I come back up there, see a lot of people that need some kind of justice. A lot of people have told me lots about justice, sometimes it's been 30, 50 years. And it's sad because sometimes they never really find the persons. Me, I'm glad that I found Colton. I looked around with 3 weeks, and finally they called me and they told me that I think we found Colton. So, it was, I don't know, so many things happened at that time. I felt like just running down to that pond and grabbing him and take him home. I'm being a single father. I've been raising 3 of my kids by myself. Also, too, I got a grandson, Caleb. That's his nephew. It's just for us. It hurts. It hurts more than I think. I just hope that, hopefully, that one day, it's been 80 years, that one day that somebody will kind of stand up and tell the truth. If somebody knows the truth, I want to at least say something so we could close things down and keep going. Prayers every day. So I think I'm okay. I'm good right now.
Yeah, if you wanna-
My name is Anne Crowshoe, A-N-N-E CROWSHOE. I'm Jimmy's oldest sister. I just wanted to say that we come from a really traditional family. Colton was raised in a close-knit traditional family. We believe in our prayers, and we live through this every day. I saw the toll it took on my family, on my brother and his children. I know somebody out there knows. Somebody knows something. You've seen us suffer. every day. You've watched us do everything and anything we can to find Colton's killer. If you look at my sister and myself and my brother, we're gray now. If anybody has any information, please go to the police, go to Crime Stoppers, and help us bring justice for my brother and his family and the rest of us that loved Colton dearly. Colton was loved by his family and his friends. Colton lost his mother a couple months ago, and that added to the heartache because she passed away not knowing what happened to her son. And she wondered and cried, and a lot of people turn to addictions, alcohol and drugs. I just want justice for my nephew. I want somebody to come forward and say something. Help us. Ikimukinan. Ispomukinan. Itsiku. Thank you.
Can I push this down a bit? Okay. Okay. And hello, my name is Nicole Johnston. And we're here today to say that although things have been quiet for a while, that to let the people and the community know that we have not given up. We've been constantly pushing forward with the help of the CPS, the Homicide Unit, and we're here today to ask the community now. We're here today to ask the community to please step forward if you know anything on Colton's case. If you have any information you would like to share, please come forward, as my family has really gone through the ringer. We've lost a lot in our family. And let me just quickly give you a review of who we lost in our family. Starting in 2008, I lost my daughter, Josephine Crowshoe. 2011, my children's father. 2014, my brother. In July of 2014, Colton went missing. A year late, just recently, we lost Colton's mother. All to murder with no justice. I just would like to say, if you, Bangla, could you babysit? Okay. I'd just like to say that I advocate on behalf of the Indigenous people here in Calgary. I do my very best to speak out for the Indigenous community. I walk amongst the people here, and that is why I could say we speak amongst each other, the community members here. So again, I would like to say, please, if you have any information, please come forward, as my family has gone through the ringer with our loved ones being murdered. And again, it hasn't just been Colton. We've lost quite a few of us, my family members, to murder with no justice and no one being held accountable. Colton's case is still ongoing, and so is his mother's case to this day. My daughter's case has gone cold as well. Actually, there was no investigation for my daughter. So again, please, if you know anything, we need closure. We need to heal, and we need to start moving forward, as this is taking a toll on our health as we live with daily anxieties. Please come forward if you know something. Could you please come and help Colton, especially if you were a friend of his. If you called Colton your brother, like I heard many of them say, Colton, my bro. If you called him brother, step forward and help him. Help Colton get the justice that he deserves. Colton, I would like to say, Colton was a very loving, kind, and generous person. He would make anybody laugh in the room. He would make anyone smile. Even during our darkest times, he would find it within himself to put a smile on your face, because that's who Colton was. Colton just graduated. He had future endeavors. He had future goals he was working for and was excited for. His life was taken from him. And that was so unfair to Colton. And so unfair to the rest of us. So if you know anything, please come forward.
Say that if it was any of them, he would come forward with information.
If there's also, if you're,
If it was any of his bros.
I can't hear you, Mask.
If it was any of his bros that this happened to, he would come forward himself.
If this happened to any of Colton's friends, Colton would not remain silent. He would step forward and he would speak on your behalf and he would help you get justice. So please, if you know Colton and you know something, or you know even what happened that night, come forward and speak out for him, as he would do this for you. Another thing I would like to just add here is being an advocate of the Indigenous community. If you feel uncomfortable going to the CPS or even to Crime Stoppers, you can also contact me on Facebook, Nicole Johnston. I will be more than glad to listen to you and have your identity remain anonymous. So if you know anything, again, please, can you please step forward and help our Colton? Colton was, this is just really hard on all of us. This is really hard on the family. It's really taken a toll over the 8 years, especially now with the loss of his mother and how she left us, and no one being held accountable for her yet. She, like my sister said, his mother, Vivian, passed without knowing whether or not Colton would receive justice. But now we must walk for Colton's mother as well, and we must push for Colton's mother as well. So please come forward if you know anything. Please come forward if you would like to remain anonymous. to me, and I will keep that promise. I will keep you anonymous. Okay, thank you.